'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah.
We have a worship day that we're here once a month at Whitewater. Our friends at Whitewater, just to bring light to darkness, because Weightless Anchor is, while we want to bring hope and we want to bring love and light to all these women, it's not always peace and light in this house. There's a lot of darkness. A lot of the women come in carrying heavy, heavy, heavy burdens. The actual definition, I guess, is Weightless Anchor is a daytime hospitality home for women who are actively on the streets, stuck in the cycle of sex work, prostitution, sex trafficking, substance abuse, and homelessness. So women that are actively out there living on the streets, living in this lifestyle, not necessarily trying to get out of it yet, just right in the throes of it. We welcome them into our home and offer hot meals, clothing, showers, a safe place to land, a safe place to rest, and just a place to be seen and told that they are valuable and worthy and deserve so much more, and a beautiful child of God. I went on a mission trip to India. I met Kelsey Stacer, the director of women's ministry, and there God literally just kept showing up, to the point where if you ask my husband why we live in Price Hill, his answer is, I didn't want to end up in the belly of the whale. Because there was just so many signs. There was a block of wood and auditory hallucinations, aka God speaking to me. So it was definitely God leading us here in every way possible. There's like the homeless population, drug dealers, the populations that people think of as like, the low of society. And then there's prostitutes, and then there's people that are actively out there engaged in sex trafficking and prostitution, and they get spit at when they're walking down the street. They get things thrown at them. They aren't even seen as people. So, pardon me, a little emotional today. We actually just yesterday lost one of our women. So my first day at Weightless Anchor. So there are two women that I met, and they are just both amazing. I would not have said that day one. I would have said, oh no, what have I gotten myself into? But they both came in, and it was the first time I'd really seen anyone on drugs or on that kind of drugs. First time I'd really been face to face in a relationship with people who were living on the streets and were living that lifestyle. So it was all just really eye-opening and shocking and heartbreaking. But those two women that came in, so one of them we actually lost yesterday, and she died of an accidental overdose, and that has just ripped my heart out. But the other person who came in together, they were both in this together, is now 18 months clean and is one of my closest friends and is pulling girls off the streets like left and right. So she is back out here just helping to save her friends to get to where she is now, so they don't end up like her friend that died yesterday. So I would say when people ask me like, what do you do for a living? I say, I love people where they are, or I love the person right in front of me. People are like, what does that mean? I mean that I try to make them see Jesus. And so that doesn't always look like getting a woman into recovery. And that doesn't always look like getting a woman into housing and off of drugs. It's not as easy as you would think. So one of the things that I would want people to know is that no one grows up and says, I want to be a prostitute when I grow up, or I want to be a drug addict when I grow up, or I want to be homeless when I grow up. But it happens. And here we go again. No one puts themselves in a situation, trauma does. And so sometimes we introduce people to Jesus and they still don't make it off the streets. That's what happened with my other friend who just passed recently. She knew Jesus, we talked about him. She would say like that God is so good and that she wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for him, that he was keeping her alive for this, for some reason. So knowing that, I know that now she's in a better place, and so it's two stories of redemption that just look completely different. If we could look at them with grace and with love and with kindness and all the things that Jesus looked at people with, then I don't think we would have as many issues as we do right now.